Welcome to the 2-minute drills. I'm Aram Legion, dragging Fred J. Robledo over here to join the drills. Doing something a little bit different this week with the 2-minute drills. With the start of league play in a couple of leagues, Freddie, this week in the Sierra League and the Mission Valley League, we are breaking down not only just one game in these leagues, but all three. Right now we're going to talk about the Sierra League, which starts this weekend. Here are the games. Claremont 1-4 at Ayala, 2-3. Damien 2-3 at Charter Oak, which is 1-4, and then on Saturday night special, the overwhelming league favorite Chino Hills 4-1 at Covina District Field against South Hills 2-3.
Yeah, I mean, where do you want to start? I mean, we could probably get Claremont and Ayala 1-4, 2-3. That's kind of an interesting game. I think these are two teams that I'm not sure either one is going to make the playoffs. I mean, Ayala maybe has a chance. But Claremont's really struggled. They've.
That surprises me.
Yeah, why?
Because they had a very good returning class as far as skill players go. Cecil Fleming, this running back they have. I mean, you look at him frame wise, he's as good as anything you'll see in the Sierra League. They had experience back. They have that offensive lineman that's going to SC.
Yeah.
His name escapes me right now. That surprised me. I thought that team would be a lot better than what they are, and they're 1-4. Ayala, meanwhile, has a win over Diamond Ranch.
Yeah, and
Monrovia.
And Ayala's in that group. Look, I think this is, Chino Hills is obviously, to me, is the team to beat in this race. And I think Claremont is a team that's going to finish last. Yep. And all of those other teams in between are teams that can beat each other, and it's going to be an interesting race for that second and third spots.
Right. Okay, so Claremont Ayala, Freddie, I mean, you ready to pick this game? I am. I like Ayala. Yeah.
I like Ayala.
We both agree about Ayala. Again, they played Monrovia tough. They had one of those heartbreak losses to Glendora that Glendora's been giving to literally every opponent they play, where Ayala was leading late, got tied up. I think they went to overtime and lost. But they did beat Diamond Ranch. That's something to hang your hat on. I think they take out Claremont, move to 1-0. Damien 2-3 at Charter Oak, 1-4. You talked about what do you do with these teams besides Claremont and Chino Hills, these other four teams. I have no idea what to make of Damien. I think, are you going to be out there on Friday night?
Yeah, Friday.
I don't have anything. Damien's had some good moments, some competitive moments, and they've played up. Los Alamitos, Orange Lutheran, and St. Francis. They played up this non-league, but so is Charter Oak. I don't know what to make of Damien right now.
It's really hard to tell because even in those losses, Damien's been competitive in all of them except the Orange Lutheran game, which you can give him a pass. First game under Paredes. Charter Oak 1-4. They've been competitive in all of their losses. I mean, 3 of those games could have went the other way if not for a few plays here and there. Yeah. And then they go ahead and beat Los Osos, who had a 3-1 record going in, beating some pretty good teams. I mean, they're still good teams. Forget the records. Forget 1-4, 2-3. I mean, are they teams that are going to win the Inland Division, Aram, or go very deep? No. Are they teams that are going to be tough in the Sierra and battle for that? Battle for second place? Because I think Chino Hills is just a notch above everyone else. Yes, but Charter Oak. It's hard for me to pick against Charter Oak even at 1-4 because I just think the players believe in that coaching staff. I think they believe that they've kind of got the short end of the stick on a few of these games. I think they can really look at their season and say, hey, look, we know we're better than 1-4. We're in league. We get to start over. We're coming off that big win last week. And I said this on my blog. That win last week was bigger than any win any SGV teams have had other than Bishop Lamont and Chino Hills. It's the next biggest win on the resume. So, but I wouldn't be surprised if Damien, who they played St. Francis pretty good for a long time before they lost. They Los Alamitos. That was a tough game last week. Both of these teams lost to Los Alamitos, right?
Yes. But Charter Oak lost on last second play or something.
But you never know what happens in a football game. Both of them did get blown out. They're both competitive games. So I think this is a game, another one, that can go either way. I like Charter Oak, and I think they are probably still the second best team in the Sierra League.
Yeah, my problem with Charter Oak is they've kind of shown they don't know how to finish games. Maybe they got rid of that a little bit last week by pulling away from Los Osos to win by 11, but maybe not. And that could lead to this game being close. But yeah, I think overall, talent-wise, when you look at the league top to bottom, I think Charter Oak is clearly the second best team behind Chino Hills. And they may be able to bang with Chino Hills on the right night.
You're right. I mean, they were able to bang with Bishop Amat for a couple of quarters.
They-
I thought.
you know
I
what?
watched that game
Yeah.
thinking they were competitive. There were a few things that got away from them
Yeah.
that made that game.
Let me
Turn
say
out
this.
the way it did, but
in
they
the
didn't look
second
bad
half,
against them.
in the second
Yeah.
half, their defense did pretty good against
Right.
Almont. Now I don't know if Almont was kind of calling off the dogs or what, but I thought their second half, and minus those picks by Trey Sidney, I thought their second half defensively against Almont was pretty darn
I did
good.
too.
And if they can play that kind of defense against Chino Hills down the road, maybe they have a shot.
That's why I don't worry about 1 and 4. I say to myself, could any of these other teams in the area that we always rank have that type of game against Bishop Amat? I don't. There's only a couple of teams.
Chino Hills.
There's only Chino Hills and Charter Oak. Those are the only teams in this area who can give them a competitive game on some nights.
So
and that was.
It sounds like we're both picking Charter Oak to beat Damien. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I agree with you there. So now moving on to Saturday night, Chino Hills at South Hills. Freddie, this is a tough matchup for South Hills. Chino Hills is scoring on just about anybody, but the good news for South Hills is they are going to get back Alex Powell, the Charter Oak transfer, which gives them another skill player that will go a long way. At least, a guy on the outside, a guy that can match up defensively as a defensive back as well. This is kind of one of the things they've been missing. I think that makes South Hills a little better. And I'm going to tell you something. I think this game's going to be closer than a lot of people think.
I don't think South Hills can score enough to keep up with them in a track meet type game. I've seen them out a couple of times, and their offense is good, but they have to work. They work so hard for points. They really do. I mean, they don't score very easily. Their defense has been good, but they haven't faced anything like this. I don't think this week. I think this team is even more dynamic than Monrovia, a team that was able to score a lot on them. So I just think it's a bad matchup all the way around for South Hills. And again, this is one of those 2-3 touchdown type games.
Yeah, see, I think this game's going to be close for a long while. It may end up being a 2-touchdown game at the end, but I think South Hills is going to give this team a battle. I think Powell makes that much of a difference for South Hills. And Chino Hills, they're, as good as they've been on offense, they're not very good on defense. They can be had a little bit.
But again, South Hills they're not a team who scores a lot of points.
Right. Well, maybe Chino Hills' defense will make them look better than what they are. I think that game could get kinky. So
Kinky.
I'm picking Chino Hills though. Like you, I agree they're the overwhelming favorites in the league.
Yeah.
These teams like Damien and Charter Oak and even South Hills, especially Damien and Charter Oak, when you look at the overall league, and even Ayala that's got playoff hopes or league title hopes, you can't lose this week and still have Chino Hills to come, or you're in big trouble, even for the playoffs. So it's important that you win and keep yourself unbeaten until you play at Chino Hills. Right. But we'll see what happens. Okay, so to wrap it up, Freddie, we once again, we agree. Freddie has Ayala. I have Ayala. Freddie has Charter Oak. I have Charter Oak. Freddie has Chino Hills. To cover the spread, I think South Hills is going to be competitive in this game, but Chino is still going to win, so I agree with Freddie there. That's your Sierra League 2-minute drills. Get out to
league predictions real quick. League predictions.
Oh, yeah, league predictions.
I like Chino Hills to win league.
Okay.
I think the winner of Damien Ayala will go 4-1 and finish second, and I think the loser will finish third. I think Damien's going to finish third and get in the playoffs.
So who's second?
Ahead of Ayala, Charter Oak.
Oh, okay.
Charter Oak. It's going to be Chino Hills, Charter Oak, and Damien. I think Damien.
Okay.
The only 2 games they're going to lose are the Charter Oak and Chino Hills. They're going to beat the rest.
South Hills and Ayala are going to come. I don't know what the hell's going on here, but I agree. We didn't eat the same thing for breakfast, but yeah, I agree. So Chino Hills, Charter Oak, and then Damien bringing up third, getting into the playoffs. Over Ayala. So. Yeah, there you have it. Get out to a game, enjoy this weekend's action.